Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's on Disney Plus. It's Friday, that means we've got tons of new content added onto Disney Plus. Before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. It's Friday, so that means we've got tons of new Disney Plus content. So let's run through it. So first off, we have got the 6th episode of The Mandalorian, where he ends up having to team up with a load of mercenaries on a dangerous mission. I can't wait to see what happens in this episode. I'm loving this series. Obviously, we're going to see loads more of the Baby Yoda memes, because that seems to be the key thing that comes out of every episode. Really enjoying this one. This one is definitely the key thing of what's bringing everybody into Disney Plus each weekend. So let's now move on to the 6th episode of High School Musical, the series. Again, this series is starting to build up steam. We've got about 4 more episodes. This is a 10-part series. Last week's episode I thought was fantastic, and I'm really excited to see where they go with all these different characters. It's definitely moved away from that traditional High School Musical movie, which I think is a good thing. It's kind of almost becoming its own separate thing. In this episode, when Miss Jen is placed on temporary leave and rehearsals are put on hold, the students rally together to defend their drama teacher. The 6th episode of Encore is based around Oklahoma, and 28 years ago, students of the Brookwood High School in Georgia come back together to work with Broadway professionals to put on this encore performance. The cast comes together and turns their struggles into a sensational, with learning more about themselves and each other in these 5 days. We've also got the 6th episode of Marvel's Hero Project. The 6th episode is all about Jen Kai, who wants to help the homeless people he notices in his city. He started distributing blessing bags full of essential items, and he set his new goals to reach even more people than he could do. One of the biggest things this week is the fact that we have got the very final episode of the Imagineering story. I have been loving this series. This has been one of the key things I've been enjoying on Disney Plus. This episode sees Bob Iger personally shepherd in a labour of his love, the Shanghai Disney Resort. The Imagineers customise an ambitious new theme park to fit Chinese culture, and a symbol of patience and collaboration. Meanwhile, they also start using pop culture worlds of Avatar, Marvel and Star Wars and start bringing them to life. Now, I'm really excited about this episode because I literally was just at Shanghai Disney Resort last week on vacation. So therefore, this is something I'm going to be watching this so much more eagerly because of the fact that I can visualise this park, I know the rides, and I love the theme park, so therefore it definitely comes into there. We've also got all the stuff going on with, like I said, Avatar. That area over at Walt Disney World at the Animal Kingdom is fantastic. And then we've got the new Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. We had the new ride open this past week, Rise of the Resistance, over in Hollywood Studios in Walt Disney World. So it does kind of all tie into this. I'm really hoping they kind of maybe do a second season, or maybe even let them let this group have a go at doing the movies or something like this, because this is fantastic television and I can't wait to watch this episode and put this whole series definitely on the high end of all the best content on Disney Plus. In another episode that I'm very interested about is The World According to Jeff Goldblum. It's going to be all about video games. I love video games, so the idea of him jumping in and having a look at this does sound cool, but it also can be a little bit scary because I've found in the past of when he does content on things that I love, such as ice cream, it's not very good, whereas on things that I don't know anything about, like the denim episode, I kind of learned a little bit more. So gaming should be a little bit of fun. We've also got a new episode of Forky Asks a Question, which is based around what's a computer, which we see Forky team up with Trixie and they talk about computers. We've also got a new episode of the Disney Family Sundays. We're also going to have a new episode of One Day at Disney Shorts. Those things are definitely worth checking out when you've got a few minutes spare. We've also got a brand new Pixar SparkShort, which is called Wind. Set in the world of a magical realm, Wind sees a grandmother and her grandson trapped deep down an endless chasm, scavenging debris that surrounds them when they realise their dream of escaping to a better life. Also, this past week on Tuesday, we saw Alice Through the Looking Glass added to Disney Plus. So it's kind of cool the fact that we've got a big kind of new Hollywood blockbuster on there as well, if you haven't already seen it. Important to note as well, with those kind of library content, things do vary depending on regions, because some areas have already had Alice Through the Looking Glass for a while. But nice to be on there, so if you haven't already seen that one, this weekend is a good opportunity to do so. So there we go, that is all of today's new additions on Disney Plus. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button, like button or follow button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Join our Facebook group as well, we're just about to hit 80,000 members. So big thank you to everyone that is a member over there. And on that note guys, thank you very much for watching, we'll see you guys soon. Laters.